Welcome back, everybody. I don't want any of my audiences to have an unfair fashion advantage over any of the other audiences. And so I want to make sure that you didn't miss my number one fashion tip.
What's that?
Get yourself a guitar. You don't even have to learn how to play it. Just wear it around all the time. It makes everything else you got on look that much more interesting. Guarantee you'll be the life of the party, even if you don't learn to play a lick. This is the Q&A portion of the program. If you manage to find your way to the iPad that we had in the lobby, you could ask me a question, and if the question fit within 15 seconds and made sense, then maybe I'll answer it. So let's find out. Question number one.
Hey Todd, as a dog rescuer myself, I was curious about what kind of dogs you have and if you rescued them.
My girlfriend was a dachshund fan.
Mine too.
She does wiener dogs all day long, you know, and that's the only kind of dog she would be happy with. But we essentially have decided that we will no longer buy any sort of kennel bred or specially bred dogs. We only get our dogs from the shelter.
Yay, Todd!
And so at this point at home I have 3 dogs. They're all shelter dogs, but we have one non-shelter dog, which my girlfriend found like down at the beach, like all like on the verge of death. And then she brought it home and made it a personal mission to make sure this dog did not die. And Lord knows it's still alive. So,
Yay, Todd!
so anyway, you know, we're all about the shelter dogs. Yeah, I enjoy watching the Westminster Dog Show, but I would never want to have to care for a dog to that degree. God.
Me too.
Hey Todd, happy birthday, brother. Love listening to you play guitar. I was just wondering who some of your guitar influences were.
Well, if they weren't obvious enough. When I started out playing guitar, there was not like a whole lot of guitar playing models that you could follow, but the Beatles, amongst all the other things that they did, they made sure there was a guitar solo in every song. Pretty much every song had a well-crafted guitar solo, so I thought, this is great, you know, finally somebody's giving the guitar a little attention. And so I guess the first kind of solos or anything like that I learned would have been probably songs from the Beatles catalog. Although the reason why I got into the guitar was the Ventures' Walk Don't Run. I know anybody under 50 is saying, well. But in any case, that inspired me to get into the guitar. And then when I started to get serious, started learning George Harrison's licks. But then when I discovered the Yardbirds, things went boom. Because the Yardbirds was a guitar factory, a guitar player factory. They produced Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Jimmy Page. And so I started first with Jeff Beck, and then I got really hung up on Eric Clapton. Jimmy Page is too sloppy for me.
Hi, Todd. I want to know who does the laundry when you're on tour, who and where. Thank you.
Well, if I do laundry, it's usually in the sink or the tub. You know, and it'll be some like small items. I've made it known to anyone who, you know, wants to gift me anything that the ideal gift for me is socks. So I essentially have like a trunk load of socks now, which means I never have to wash the socks. I just wear them until they look a little thin, or they get like crusty and stand by themselves, and then I just toss them and go on to the next pair.
Hey Todd, this is Frankie C. I just wanted to know what it was like to engineer, produce, write a whole album, how satisfying that was for you, and anything for that, how it came out.
Well, it was kind of the